Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great honor, a great pleasure to be able to provide in the next 15 minutes an overview of this unique advanced program in pharmaceutical quality management. This is an initiative led by the Indian Drug Manufacturers Association, working in very close collaboration with NSF Health Sciences to provide a program that is transformative for the individuals attending, as well as the companies they represent, a program that has been uniquely designed for companies in India, pharmaceutical companies wishing to grow their business and improve their business in the European Union as well as North America. So it is indeed a great honor and a great privilege to present on behalf of the IDMA and NSF an overview of this program. My name is Martin Lush. I'm president of NSF Health Sciences. Alongside my colleagues in NSF as well as the IDMA, we've been working over the last year or so to refine this program that I'm about to provide an overview to you on. It is a unique collaboration indeed, providing unique opportunity. The IDMA, the Indian Drug Manufacturers Association, is a leading association of pharmaceutical manufacturers with over 1,000 members. Its aim, its purpose is to foster industry growth by really putting patients at the center of everything and by working in very close collaboration with stakeholders both in industry as well as the regulatory and governmental agencies. It very much sees itself as the voice of the pharmaceutical sector and is truly committed to provide support to you in the industry, whether it be in innovation to improve product and quality standards, but ultimately to help the pharmaceutical industry in India be at the leading edge relative to competition. Now, my parent company, NSF Health Sciences, NSF was formed in 1947. The parent company is not-for-profit that is allowed to purchase profit-making companies to further its mission to improve the health of people around the world. Now, I'm responsible for leading the Pharma, Biotech and Medical Device Division, and the companies that myself and my colleagues worked for before becoming part of the NSF community, namely David Begg Associates or DBA, or my colleagues in America, Becker Associates, are all now part of NSF. And that allows us to have truly global reach. So NSF has offices across all 5 continents, including offices in Gujarat, in India, where my colleagues work. I'm really privileged to be part of an organization with experts, many of which are global experts in their field, but all focused and driven by one thing, which is to make a positive difference to those companies we work with and the individuals that we work alongside. Now, I've been working in the pharmaceutical industry for almost 4 decades, and I've traveled to and worked with India for many years, and there are lots of things I love and have a passion for in relation to the Indian culture and the Indian way of life. Now, being an Englishman, I share your passion for cricket. I certainly follow the Indian cricket team, partly because you normally succeed in beating us, but we won't labour that particular point. I have a real passion for and respect for your religions and your religious festivals, for the way in which you put the family at the centre of everything. I certainly, again, as an Englishman, have a love for your food. But one thing I do have in particular is a deep respect for the value that you place on education of the individual, improvement, and ongoing learning. And that really for us is a cornerstone of this unique program on advanced quality management. It is about how we can help the Indian pharmaceutical industry be at the cutting edge in what is a challenging time for everybody in what is a very uncertain world. Now, in that world, we have an aging population. We have needs that have never ever been experienced before. Certainly our own NHS in the UK is challenged by that aging population, and it is absolutely vital that we are able, as team healthcare, because we're all in this together, able to provide patients, whether they be in India, North America, Europe, UK, with a supply of affordable, safe and effective medicines of the right quality. So in reality, when there is a strong pharmaceutical industry in India, we have the foundations of a strong healthcare system in the rest of the world. Because 70% of medicines, certainly in North America, certainly in the United Kingdom, are provided by generic manufacturers of those medicines in India. So the role of the Indian pharmaceutical industry in global health is key. And it is vital that industry is strong and robust and at the cutting edge. And the objective of this unique program is to help you achieve those aims. Quick question for you all. What is the purpose of a quality management system, your quality management system? What is it there to do? Well, our answer is really quite simple. The purpose of your quality management system is to improve your competitive edge. It's to allow you to be more efficient. It's to allow you to provide those medicines that are affordable and of the right quality, safety, quality and efficacy. So the purpose of the quality management system is to do just that. So for us at NSF, we see quality management systems very differently to many others. We see this as being our ultimate objective, the utopia, if you like. The job of leadership, many of you in your companies, is to achieve the balance between these three important components of your business. Profit and efficiency, that is your ability to control costs. That is your ability to make affordable medicines by reducing waste. It's got to be balanced alongside making sure that your legacy and your reputation, in other words, your license to operate in compliance with all of those regulatory requirements, are maintained to a very high standard. And of course, we've got to be able to provide the service the customer demands with the supply of available and affordable medicines. So the job of leadership, the job of the quality management system, in effect, is to achieve that balance. Now, as soon as one of these components dominates, our future is at risk. As soon as we focus purely on profit and efficiency, our legacy and our reputation is at risk. As soon as we focus on regulatory requirements and legacy and reputation, that is our license to operate, profit and efficiency, our ability to control costs, are at risk. So the challenge facing us all is to maintain that balance, that crucial balance. Now, in all of my time working in India, and all of my colleagues as well, our colleagues and friends in India often ask us the same questions that really summarize the types of challenges that you are all facing, challenges that this program is designed to help you succeed in facing by providing you the guidance and the solutions you need. Questions like, well, Martin, how do we become better at what we do, more productive, more efficient? How can we improve our right first time, reduce waste, reduce inefficiency? How can we get ahead of the regulatory requirements rather than react to them? Martin, how can we work more collaboratively with agencies? How can we prevent those situations where the regulators, the auditors, leave our facilities with a smiling face, in other words, very few comments or observations, only then to surprise us with a warning letter or severe regulatory censure many weeks or months later? How can we do more with less? Because we're going to have to, if we're going to remain competitive, because India is no longer the low-cost manufacturing center of the world. So we have to do more with less and do it better. How do we focus, Martin, on prevention rather than reaction? Because reactive management of our systems, reactive decision-making is always risky decision-making, is always costly decision making. Martin, how do we reduce complexity? Because if we're going to maintain that important balance you talk about with profitability, with legacy, with customer service, we have to keep things simple. How do we do that? How do we keep and develop our people? How do we modernize our pharmaceutical quality system? And how, in this very turbulent world, with lots of distractions and lots of pressure, always, always, always put the patient first? And how do we manage brutal disruptions? Now, when you reflect on the year that has gone past, this will resonate, whether it be with Mr. President-elect Trump, whether it be with Brexit. What this says to us, NSF, as an organization, is that each one of us has to be prepared for these brutal disruptions. So on top of all of those challenges that I've just summarized, we also have to be prepared and positioned for and ready for these disruptions that are massive, they are painful. We didn't necessarily see them coming. One thing can be also sure, that life will never ever be the same. And certainly we believe at NSF, as much as these are very challenging, we as organizations, you as companies, as well as individuals, really need to get used to them, because these are going to become, in this era of brutal disruption, a lot more frequent, a lot more painful, a lot more dramatic. I love this wonderful quote there. You know, there are decades when nothing happens and weeks when decades happen. And that is the way that it's going to be. And the whole objective of this advanced program in pharmaceutical quality management systems is to help you achieve that utopia, help you change your pharmaceutical quality system into a business management system that is able to withstand those brutal challenges, those brutal disruptions, not just withstand them, but put you in a position where you are at a competitive advantage. Now, what is unique about this program? Well, there are many things. This program has been designed specifically for Indian pharmaceutical companies who really want to improve their business, expand their business in the United States of America, the European Union, and the United Kingdom. We have 5 modules, each of 4 days duration, all of which are very, very intensive. Why 5 modules? Why 4 days off-site? Well, we believe that if you want to achieve that utopia, if you want to learn, you have to be entirely focused. So this is a very focused and distraction-free learning environment. The approach is going to be very different. We're going to be spending a lot of time coaching you through problem solving. So this is going to be problem-based learning. So you leave having applied the knowledge, having applied the skills that are so vital to your future. You will have access to our coaches, our mentors, our course tutors, some of which are the best in the world, all of which have in excess of 30 or so years frontline experience. And it also provides a very unique combination that you will find nowhere else. Not only will you learn and excel at understanding the technical aspects that we will cover, we put great emphasis on your ability to lead others, to coach others, to mentor others, just as we will with you. So we will also be spending time coaching you on the leadership skills that you need to become change agents for quality excellence in your organization. All of these modules will be based in Bangalore. Bangalore is very central in India, so we hope this location will be very convenient and less disruptive and costly in terms of travel. The modules will be approximately 2 months apart to enable you to balance the commitment required alongside your family and work commitments as well. Now, at the end of this, for those of you that are successful, you will get a certificate in advanced pharmaceutical quality management systems. You will in effect become change agents for quality excellence in your organizations. and that requires rigorous assessment. So each module will be rigorously assessed with using a written assessment. We believe in this challenging world we all live in. If you want to succeed, you have to do the basics to PhD level to achieve that utopia. And that really is the objective of this 5-modular program of education. We call it education, we don't call it training. We truly believe that there is a difference between the two. You educate your children, you train your pets. We want this program to influence behaviors. We want this program to change the way you think so that you can directly apply immediately the learning to improve the performance of your businesses and to lead by examples as change agents. So we have 5 modules. These are the titles. At the end of this session, ladies and gentlemen, you can link directly to the course brochure for more information. But in summary, Module 1, Pharmaceutical Quality Management Systems, Best Industry Practices. How do the best companies achieve that utopia, that vital balance that is so key to your future? We will tell you. How do you manage change in this dynamic environment? So in this module, we will cover the vital importance of change control, the vital importance of deviation management. How do we learn from the mistakes that we make? Module 3 is about human factors. Medicines are only as good as the people involved in making them. And what is absolutely vital is your ability to get the hearts and minds of those that work with you, alongside you, and for you. So Module 3 really focuses on getting people to follow the rules. How do you engage? What do you do when they don't? Which is a vital component in maintaining the balance we described earlier. Number 4, Module 4, is how do we transform data into information? The pharmaceutical industry is data rich, but information poor. We have lots of information. We don't use it very well. The answers are buried in the data, and this session will tell you how you extract from that data information that is so vital to your future. And Module 5 will be Quality by Design, Process Validation, and Tech Transfer, all of which are very challenging in themselves. Now, the uniqueness of this program is that in each of these modules, we will, in each one of them, provide the latest interpretation of the latest regulatory requirements and expectations. We're not going to be telling you specifically what they are without giving you our interpretation of what these standards are and what they represent and the impact they can have on your business and how well you should be positioned to be ready for them based on good science and common sense pragmatism. Throughout all of these modules, we will be sharing with you best industry practices. At NSF, we're privileged to work with some of the best companies in the world, not just in pharmaceuticals, biotech, and medical devices, but also in automobiles, in aviation, in microelectronics. And what we have done over all of the years we've been in business is to identify what separates the good from the great. And we will be sharing throughout these modules those good to great industry practices so that you can really copy, replicate, and improve considerably quicker. In each of these modules, we will share with you best practices for risk-based decision-making and advanced problem solving. At the end of the 5 modules, you will be excellent risk-based decision makers and excellent problem solvers because you will be using, refining, and improving these skills with the help of the course tutors and mentors on each and every module through the case studies, practical problem-solving exercises, the debates, all of the interaction around which the modules are based. We will help you understand how to change hearts and minds, how to influence behaviors of those who work with you, for you, and alongside you. And importantly, in this world of brutal disruption, we will help you and your organizations to become more resilient. At NSF, we believe very firmly in relationships. Most of our clients have stayed with us for many, many years because that relationship is very, very strong. And this is no different. We see this program, for those attending, this is the start of a profoundly important relationship. For those attending, you will get free subscription to our quarterly journal, which is full of really, really interesting commentary, help, solutions, and questions. You will also have free access to our NSF app that, again, helps you access our vast library of resources. You will have free access to white papers and articles, podcasts, free regulatory updates, as well as really informative, easy to understand, and very accessible webinars such as this. And also, importantly, access to our team for coaching and ongoing support and education. You know, this is a challenging world, and this is the beginning of a journey. And one thing I want to emphasize is that we will stay with you throughout that journey. So this is not just attending 5 modules. This is just the start of a relationship with you and your companies so that we can achieve that utopia. We can actually help you achieve competitive edge in a very challenging marketplace. And here are some examples, ladies and gentlemen, of the return on investment that many of our clients have experienced. One of our clients, following a similar training program, achieved $1.2 million savings as a result of simplification of their SOP system. Batch record, right first time, improved from 65% to 98%. Another client managed to reduce their cycle time and work in progress considerably, and in doing so improved their efficiencies. One of our clients, by better understanding of planned preventative maintenance and reliability-centered maintenance, again something that we will cover, improved their plant utilization by 35%, a massive improvement. Another one of our clients reduced staff turnover from 19% to less than 3%. Another one of our clients reduced the numbers of repeat deviations considerably in an 18-month period, generating savings of $1.6 million. And so many of our clients have also recorded and reported better regulatory compliance as a result of having people with the type of skills and knowledge and capabilities that this program will provide you. So one of our clients recently had 4 regulatory inspections, having achieved the simplification and rationalization that we described earlier, still achieving 0.483 observations. Now, this is the location for the training just outside Bangalore. I have personally visited this training location, and it is a superb, distraction-free learning environment. So this is where hopefully you will be joining me for the first module later on this year, a wonderful training location. Now, in this world of disruption, we at NSF, and certainly the IDMA, believe disruption is good. We have 1 or 2 options when we are faced with the types of challenges that exist. We can put our heads in the sand believing that what worked last year or the year before will work this year and the year after. We can believe that what we have done, the status quo, is going to be acceptable. Now, at the IDMA, at NSF, we believe that would be foolish. We actually believe that new thinking, new possibilities are driven by, catalyzed by the types of disruption that we are going to experience. We believe that in amongst all of this disruption, there will be many light bulb moments when you suddenly see new possibilities as a result of new thinking. And one of the aims and objectives of this program of education is to achieve those light bulb moments. And I can only speak personally, having led many of these sessions with slightly different programs in different companies, the richness of discussion, the richness in the debate that follows, light bulbs come on. And people start to see things differently, and they start to see the solutions that their businesses require in order to excel in what is a challenging environment. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to share this with you. One of the important factors in this collaboration between IDMA, NSF, and NSF is that our beliefs are the same. The IDMA and NSF believe that high-quality people generate high-quality medicines. We collectively believe that your pharmaceutical quality management system must be considered a business management system. We believe that we have to put patients at the center of everything that we do in the pharmaceutical industry. The IDMA and NSF also believe that it's more important to fix the roof when the sun is shining than to wait for that monsoon weather that typically follows. In other words, we believe that it's more important to be preventive rather than to be reactive with all of the additional costs and risks that come with fixing the roof in the middle of the Indian monsoon season. We believe that success depends on what you stop doing, because you cannot do more, but what you do is to focus on the basics and do those basics exceptionally well. And finally, we also believe, ladies and gentlemen, that only the resilient will prosper. And I love this quote from Charles Darwin, because we do live in an era of brutal disruptions. They are a fact of life. They will remain, and we need to be prepared. And that is the objective of this program of education, is to prepare your companies for that era of brutal disruption. Because as Darwin says, it's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor indeed the most intelligent. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. So this 5-modular program of training will do just that. It will take you to PhD level in the basics that really do matter to make you more adaptable to allow your businesses to succeed. Now, your call to action. Ladies and gentlemen, what I really would like you to do immediately is to download the course brochure now and share with colleagues. Just follow this link. Share this webinar as well, just by following the link on the slide. To register your interest, please contact Mr. Melvin Rodriguez, one of our colleagues at the IDMA. His email addresses are there. And also, if you want to get a flavor for the types of resources that I mentioned earlier, our extensive resources of webinars and podcasts and white papers, you can get a flavor of these by following the last link on the page. So, finally, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great pleasure talking with you. Thank you very much for listening in. And if you do have any further questions, and I mean any question whatsoever, please contact me at that email address. Please take a look at my LinkedIn profile and page. I post articles regularly, and if you have a look at those articles, you get a flavor from those posts, our philosophies and our beliefs, because we believe that in this challenging environment, it is, as Charles Darwin said, only those most adaptable that will survive. And the whole purpose of this program is to ensure we focus on the basics, we take those basics to PhD level, we refine, improve, and practice the skills that are required, and we begin this really, really important relationship to take the pharmaceutical industry in India to the next level for the good of everybody. Thank you very much indeed, and I look forward to seeing you on the first module that I will be leading, module number 1, Quality Management Systems. Thank you very much.